Welcome to the Chemical Burrito YouTube channel. Let's say that you have bought an Anbernic RG556, like the one here, and let's say you actually want to put it in something, because this is definitely not a pocketable handheld. You definitely want a case to protect the joysticks, the triggers, all that other good stuff. So what we're going to do in this video is take a look at some case options available for this handheld. So to start off, let's look at the first case that I used for the Anbernic RG556, and that is this. This is a Tomtoc case for the Nintendo Switch, and they advertise it as being for the Odin 2 as well. I actually bought this case for my Odin 2, but turns out I didn't really like the way it fit, and I ended up going for the official Odin 2 case instead. So that left this case with nothing to do until I got the RG556 here. And the thing about this case is it's a soft case. It has pocket on the inside. You can put a little charging cable in there or something if you like. It's padded, so whatever's in here doesn't impact the screen. And it's pretty easy to slip the handheld in, zip it up, and there's a nice little carrying cable here. And of course, there's also another pocket here where you can stick something else. And the only thing about this is it is not a hard case, so it doesn't provide as much protection maybe as some of the hard case options. I do like that it is actually very easy to get the handheld out if you would like to play. So getting the handheld out, putting it in, shutting the case, really easy. So I've been using this one actually most of the time with my RG556. I've been pretty happy with it so far. I actually bought this from Amazon. Unfortunately, at the moment, I think the listing that I bought from, maybe it's listed under some other listings as well, but the listing I bought it from over here apparently is currently out of stock. But this is a pretty good option here for carrying around your RG556. And like I said, I didn't like it much for the Odin because it didn't seem to fit as well as I'd kind of hoped. But by the way, for reference, here is the Odin 2 case. You can see this case is actually a little bit bigger than the Odin 2's case. The Odin 2 case is very minimalist. There's room in here for nothing but the Odin 2. But just for size comparison here, the Tomtoc case is a little bigger, but it is a soft case, and it's pretty easy to put it in a bag. So, that is one option that you can use. And of course, if we want to look at some other options, the elephant in the room here is coming up next. The official, and I just got this, the official Anbernic case for the RG556 with the strange, fake Gucci pattern here. I honestly don't know what to say about this pattern because, well, you've seen it on the internet. It's even uglier in person. I mean, this just to me looks god awful. I mean, if you want to talk about what this pattern actually is, imagine we take the Gucci pattern over here and we take Hello Kitty bows and we somehow mash them together into one pattern. We end up getting this, the Anbernic fake Gucci pattern for their official case. So, of course, with that out of the way, if you can actually stand the pattern, let's take a look inside the case. So this is a single zip instead of the Tomtoc case with double. But one nice thing about this case is it has some molded support in here. So you can put your, I'm going to turn this off, put your RG556 in there. And as you can see, it's held in there pretty securely. And we have a pouch up here for some accessories. I'm not necessarily a fan of putting cables up in here because we have an area where the cables go, and then there is pretty much nothing except this mesh that protects the screen. So, I mean, maybe what you put in here, some cleaning wipes, some stuff like that. But anyway, we can close the case up, and there we go. It is a little loose in there because this elastic strip is not super tight, which I guess is a good thing, because if it was super tight, it'd be impossible to get this thing out of here. Now, aside from, of course, the fact that this case is incredibly ugly, one issue I do have with this case is it's just getting the handheld out. With the Tomtoc case, you just zip it open, get your handheld right out. Here, you kind of have to fiddle around with the handheld a bit to get it out. I guess that's the price you pay for having a more form-fitting enclosure, but it is something to consider. Getting it in and taking it out of the case is not nearly as easy as it is with the Tomtoc case. But I guess the trade-off here is that this case probably does a little bit better protection because it is a hard case. It does have some form-fitting padding around in there, so it's probably a better protection for your triggers and your joysticks than the Tomtoc case is. Although if you're not too abusive, the Tomtoc case can certainly do, but this will give you some better protection. Just for reference here, here's the Tomtoc case. You can see that this case is a good bit thicker because of the it has more room for accessories and of course the extra form-fitting padding around there. So it is a little thicker than the Tomtoc case. Tomtoc case is a little wider, but that probably doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Now, just for comparison, let's look at the Odin case. You know, people always talk about how big the Odin is. The Odin case is actually significantly smaller than the RG556 official case. So as you can see here, it's not as thick in terms of the Odin case. Rather, it's not as thick. The case is actually a tiny bit smaller in the in the face, and you can kind of see here that it's actually you don't think of the Odin as being a tiny handheld, but the case, since the Odin case is very minimalist and you don't want to put accessories in here or anything like that, the Anbernic RG556 case is actually a bit larger. So we've got some case options here. We've got the Tomtoc, we've got the Anbernic official RG556 case. If you like the Anbernic branding here, I really do wish they had other options than this abomination of Gucci and Hello Kitty, but it is what it is, right? So to kind of sum up here, what case should we use? Well, I think probably still the best in protection is the official case because of the nice molding here. It does have the disadvantage of being a little bit harder to put the handheld in and take the handheld out, and it also lacks the double zipper. I wish they did have a double zipper for this and make it easier to open and shut, but they don't. It's a single zip. So we have the official RG556 case, which you can of course pick up from Anbernic, but there are other resellers that are selling this on Amazon now. If you look around on Amazon, you can kind of find those listings. There's of course the Tomtoc case, which again currently is at least out on Amazon right now, and who knows when they'll get it back in. But of course I think this case is actually fairly popular, so maybe it's just a temporary issue. I mean, like I said, I like the Tomtoc case because it's easy to get the handheld in and out of, but for more protection, I think I would go with the official Anbernic bag here. Now, one thing I did find out, actually I was searching Amazon today, pulling up the listings I wanted to show you guys for this video, and I actually found out that there is a clone case up there on Amazon right now. The main difference is there's no Anbernic branding like you have here on the clone case, but it appears to be pretty similar to the official case, except for, of course, we see that the color scheme is not this god-awful Gucci fake stuff. It is black and red, which, You know, if you're looking for the hard case and you don't want to carry around something that looks like, well, this, then there may be another option. Of course, I can't really say much about it because I don't actually have one, but just looking at the listing, it actually does look a lot like the official Anbernic case. So that may be another option if somebody's got one of those and would like to tell us all about it. Certainly, I'd appreciate it if you'd leave a comment telling us what you think about that case, or one of the other options here. Maybe there's a Anbernic case option that I haven't seen yet. I would certainly like to know about that, although I think I'm probably going to go with my Tomtoc case most of the time, and maybe this Anbernic case if I'm going to pack in like a suitcase or something where I'm worried about the handheld getting damaged. You know, this actually is a fairly nice case, except for the pattern. So, you know, here are the various case options that I've found for the RG556. So I hope you guys got something out of this video. If you like the video, please like, and if you want to see more classic handheld gaming content and related stuff, then feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, and I will see you guys next video.